Well, the tension is building here at the circuit as the start of today's Formula One Grand Prix draws ever nearer. What drama awaits us between now and the checkered flag? Well, we'll be finding out in just a few moments' time. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Antonelli, Max Verstappen, and Piastri, Tsunoda, Norris, Stroll, and Carlos Sainz, Albon, Hadjar, Liam Lawson, and Fernando Alonso, Doohan, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Ollie Behrman. Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. So here we are then at Albert Park. It's a street track. Well, it's not, it's a park track. People go for a nice Sunday afternoon stroll, but not this weekend.
No, you've got the leaves blowing around this time of the year, Crofty, as well. That's always playing its part. It starts off very green. By that I mean a dusty track, not giving much grip. And as the weekend goes on, the grip comes to the circuit and you feel more confident from inside the car. Yeah, it's a parkland circuit. It's a high speed. It's kind of a street track, so you've got walls around you, and that means any kind of mistake you make is severely punished, and that's always hanging over you from inside the car.
Okay, 無線チェック。
Ready to check.
よし、DRS を使えるようになった。 ついた場合はアンダーステアに注意しろ。タイヤに影響を与えるダーティーエアを排出するから避けるようにするんだ。ファイナルラップだぞ。よし、表彰台獲得だ。チーム一丸となって頑張った甲斐があったというものだ。
Yeah, well done everybody. A strong performance as a team.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. And back on the top spots that he's taken so often in the past. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One. It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here in Shanghai. Shanghai International Circuit, then, is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, and Leclerc, Norris, Tsunoda, Albon, and Carlos Sainz. Lawson, Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll and Hadjar. Behrman, Bortoleto, Nico Hülkenberg and Pierre Gasly. Ocon and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
簡単に無線のチェックをしてくれ。無線チェック。DRS を使えるようになったぞ。DRS 使用可能だ。 ナイスドライビング。今のはファステストラップだ。よくやった。レースに勝利した。見事だった。
Well done.
And the best of British and the best on the track. It's George Russell who wins.
It was a joy to watch today, honestly, because the driver was clearly able to read the conditions well on track, to use the information properly from the team, and usually come up with the right solution at the right time.
There's room for 3 on their podium, but only ever 1 right at the top. Let the celebrations begin. By George, he was good today. The top step awaits for George Russell. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon. Welcome to one of this year's most challenging races, where the combination of high speed and complex corners makes this one of the drivers' favourite tracks. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Verstappen, Piastri, Tsunoda, Sainz, and Fernando Alonso, Lawson, Albon, Isaac Hadjar, and Stroll, Behrman, Doohan, Pierre Gasly, and Gabriel Bortoleto. Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Now, we had great fun watching them win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that into today's race?
It's the important one, isn't it, Crofty? You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
OK 無線チェック無線チェック
Radio check.
DRS が使用可能になった。さあ行こう。ファイナルラップだ。
guys. Brilliant result. Brilliant.
We've seen a brilliant display of the Russell hustle. It's George Russell who wins.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
Only 3 can take to the podium, and here they come. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.